Park, where only the seagulls are up. Well, I mean, we're up. I went out early this morning to go Instagram Live.
Yes.
And obviously the trash, the leftover hot dogs, the leftover burger buns are still out and about. And so only the seagulls and Curtis are up this morning picking through the trash here at Fenway Park.
And I came within about 2 feet of being nailed by a sprinkler. These guys were washing all the bleaching.
Yeah.
I went out to Instagram something. This guy comes behind me, was like hosing me down like Chris Farley and Tommy Boy. But
That's
it was a
like,
good start to the day.
that's like Nick washing Tom Brady off during the interview yesterday.
uncomfortable.
Or actually, I guess we had to wash Nick off after
Yeah.
the Tom Brady interview yesterday. But good morning and welcome to the second day of the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radio-Telethon. I got to tell you that not having been a part of this before, I was absolutely floored by yesterday. Yesterday morning, I was glued to the radio yesterday, listening to all of the patients talk about their experiences. The guests that were on yesterday. It's really an amazing thing, and I can't say thank you enough at the start this morning for those of you who donated yesterday. We sit this morning, if we look at the tote board, we sit at $1,291,163 that you have donated for the Jimmy Fund and the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, and that number is just to me is amazing. So that brings the total that you have donated when it comes to the history of this event up over 54, if my math is correct, up over $54 million.
Yeah, we could be over 55 million this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, total
Yeah,
for
yeah.
18 years of doing this.
So it's never too early to get the phones ringing. The number, if you want to give today, whether you gave yesterday, you want to give again, or whether you didn't get the chance to give yesterday, the number is 877-738-1234, or it's really easy to just text K-Cancer to 20222, and that is a $25 donation to the Jimmy Fund and the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute when you text K-Cancer to 20222. Yes, Danielle, what is it?
I think one of the best things about this has just been seeing and hearing the firsthand stories of how people's lives have been affected and the experience that they had at Dana-Farber. And it really reinforces how important every single donation is, whether it's small or large. It doesn't matter. We can see how quickly those numbers added up yesterday, and it's going to do the same thing today. So if you're on the fence at all, thinking, oh, I can only donate X, Y, Z or whatever, it doesn't matter. Every little bit helps.
I would have said that you thought the best thing about this was the breakfast, because I think I saw you have 3 breakfasts yesterday.
I tried to.
And by the way, Danielle, have you noticed how, Curtis, a guess on how long Danielle takes to get ready for these 2 shows, as opposed to how long it takes her to get ready when there's no cameras, when we're not on NESN.
Well, that's what happens when you're in TV, right? It takes
you're not
longer
in
to get ready.
TV.
Well, I am today, guy. We're on television today.
I mean, you don't see Curtis putting extra care into his bald head. Or
his hair doesn't take as long to dry, Greg. He doesn't need pomade.
I mean, you didn't get here till 10 minutes before the show started because you were primping and promping or whatever they call it.
Let me tell you something. Mayor Walsh is lucky he wasn't in today because the traffic this morning was a nightmare. Good luck.
There's no traffic at 5.
Want me to show you my dash cam video?
There was tumbleweeds on Storrow Drive this morning. I was going down there.
Not when I was going down. Good Lord.
We have a really busy show coming your way this morning on day number 2 of the WEEI NESN Jimmy Fund Radio Telethon. The governor is going to join us at 7:45, and we will certainly have an opportunity to lob some traffic-related hardballs at the governor when he joins us at 7:45 on this morning's show. After that, at 8, we will be joined by Robert Kraft and by Jonathan Kraft. And if you have ever had the opportunity to go to the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, then you know that there is a Kraft wing there. That I think it's the Kraft blood center.
Yeah, the Kraft Family Blood Center.
And so they have been very involved in supporting the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. And we'll have an opportunity to hear from Mr. Kraft and from Jonathan at 8 on today's show. And Adam Schefter is going to join us at 8:15 this morning, and we'll talk a little football and other things with him.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it'll be interesting with him, too, especially Josh Gordon. And, you know, I think we're at the point now where it's over the discussion of the Bob Kraft situation. The banner's going to be going up in a couple weeks, and I think Adam will likely be able to tell us this morning that Robert Kraft will be inside Gillette Stadium for that night, and all of this nonsense off the field is sort of going to be behind him.
Yeah, I mean, you would think if there was some sort of discipline coming that it would have come, right? I mean,
Absolutely. There's no chance that Roger Goodell in the NFL wants to draw more attention to that moment in Robert Kraft's life right before the team celebrates its 6th Super Bowl.
That's true.
There's no way, especially considering Robert Kraft. Look at what he just did with Jay-Z and bringing him in. He's been a huge part of the NFL's offseason, so I can't see them suspending him now.
Unless the Dolphins had the video and they're waiting until next week to release.
Oh, there's Fake Take.
There it is.
There he is. We were wondering if you were here, Fake Take. I know you're emboldened because Tom Brady spoke to you yesterday.
Yes, he did.
But go easy on the conspiracy theories. And when you say that moment in Mr. Kraft's life, is that factually correct, or Curtis, or do we know? I don't think we know.
Well, I have friends at TMZ. I was able to watch.
Okay,
it, so it was a moment.
so
Yes.
it was a moment.
Yeah.
It was a moment. I will say this: I am really excited about today and the Boston Coaches Roundtable, which is happening this afternoon during OMF. I think it's at 2:30.
I believe it is in the first hour of OMF today. All 4 coaches will be joining them on the show.
All 4 of the Boston Major Professional League coaches will join OMF. I think they're all going to be here at Fenway Park in person, except for Bill Belichick, who will be on the phone,
Right.
because there's work to be done.
There's work to be done, and there's going to be one person who will talk more than all the coaches, and that will be Ordway, because he has to always wedge himself into everything.
I caught those guys talking with Boomer before he did the game last night.
Electric.
It was really interesting. His daughter is fighting tongue cancer.
Right.
And her story was, I mean, she literally thought she had a canker. And finally, after dealing with it for weeks, decided that she needed to go get it checked out, and ended up going to Dana-Farber and fighting tongue cancer, which so many stories yesterday from the patients that we had on were about having a leg pain, thinking that you pulled a muscle in your leg. So, I mean, it's just amazing to me how many of you and how many of us have dealt with a family member, a friend, several people that we know who are fighting the really good fight when it comes to cancer, and about the work that Dana-Farber does. So if you'd like to join us and help us to get to a goal when it comes to the funds that will be donated at the end of today from a total perspective, then you could call 877-738-1234. That's 877-738-1234. Or you can text K-Cancer to 20222. That's 20222, and that is a $25 donation. We heard yesterday all day about what they do at Dana-Farber. And what they do at Dana-Farber is not only treat those who are fighting cancer, but they also, the giant research component to what they do. And the research there has led to so many different new